What's up, guys? It's Broman. I know it's been a minute. Where you been, Broman? You know what I've been doing, bro? I've been grinding, doing stuff, cool stuff, like adult stuff. Anyway, it's time, man. We got more DLC, which means, Destiny video content. So, let's get right into it. Bungie had a reveal stream today, and I wanted to give you my tippity top things that I think you should give a fuck about. All right, from the reveal stream. Number one. All right, there is going to be a raid in the first expansion. Now, Bungie doesn't call it a raid straight up. They call it raid. They call it raid. A raid lair. That's right. So, what exactly, all right, is a raid lair? A raid lair is a section of the Leviathan, a lair, if you will, that we have not explored yet that is still central to the Leviathan. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, this isn't a mixed DLC, blah, blah, blah. I think what's happening is that Bungie is targeting the raid encounter to be a storytelling device in and of itself. Now, the wonderful raid layer is going to start right here. It is still a 6-man activity. And we're going to go into the belly of the beast. We're going to go into the World Eater and we're going to fuck it the hell up. Okay? That's the plan. And now, it's exciting because it's also a 6-man activity. It's going to be bumped up to, a new light level, new experience, all that good stuff. It's going to have bosses. It's going to have encounters. It's going to be very much a raid encounter. Now, it might be a little bit of a shorter raid encounter, which is a possibility. They hinted at that on the stream, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Bungie did, the raid layer designers pointed out something, and I think it's very important. Not everybody has 3 hours to raid, so this is an experience that is designed for the people who want the raid experience that, for however they've mechanically designed it, it can be completed in a shorter time. Now, that can mean a lot of things. It could mean that it's DPS intensive, which means it's a shit ton of killing stuff. It could mean that, so less puzzles. It could mean like more encounters, which means like more bosses, etc. It could mean a lot of different things, but I don't think any of those things are bad. Number 2, the main raid, the Leviathan, okay, is getting a light level increase. The normal mode raid of the Leviathan's going up to 300 light, which means the prestige raid will be more difficult as well. And it means that we will, for the first time in Destiny's history, pre-Age of Triumph, okay, have 2 endgame PvE encounters. Now I know what you're thinking. Yeah, Age of Triumph. Well, it took us 3 years to get Age of Triumph, okay? This is a great move. I'm so excited about what Bungie has in store because it means that going forward, we can likely expect all endgame content to keep up with itself. So that way we have encounters that are worth doing and worth having fun in. One of the big problems with Destiny 1 was every time new DLC came out, all previous content was irrelevant. This does not appear to be what's going to be happening in Destiny 2. So that is just what's going on in here, okay? Just the raid. 2 things. Number 3. Get excited because we have a new place to explore. It is Mercury. We're going to go there. You're going to get to go to the lighthouse, and then you're going to get to roam the fuck around, okay? The Infinite Forest is part of Mercury. It's going to allow you to visit Mercury's dark past, or dark future, perfect past, and alternate present. And inside of those things, you're going to encounter all sorts of different quests and hidden areas and thingy things like that. There's a new story and all that stuff, but we're not going to talk about that right now because I want to move on to number 4. Number 4. It's crazy. It's a number and it's number 4. Here's the situation. Bungie was pretty explicit in mentioning the fact that you are going to be able to craft weapons in the lighthouse. Now, these weapons are the words mentioned around the weapons were quests. They were also mentioning things like materials. So my guess is there is some sort of combinations of activities that you need to perform and things you need to do on Mercury in order to craft each of the specific weapons. The weapons looked awesome. We got to see Deej play with a pistol all decked out with Vex Milk Radiolora shininess. And of course, we got to see Brother Vance and everyone else in the lighthouse, which is just neat. It's neat to see the lighthouse all populated and stuff like that. And then finally, number 5. It's important to not forget that along with all of this paid DLC stuff, we're also getting the Season 2 update the same time that the December DLC hits when Season 2 begins. Season 2 of Destiny is going to include a lot of stuff. It's going to include the Dawning. It's going to include some core token changes. I've got some older videos about that, about how tokens work for things like the Faction Rally and Lord Saladin and Iron Banner, allowing you to have some directly purchasable things from them. My guess is that this might be also an overall economy change. My hope is that is an overall economy change to Destiny 1, meaning that you're going to be able to go to vendors on planets and they might have a rotating supply every week, allowing you to purchase with tokens items that you may or may not have been able to get randomly so far, because everybody knows random stuff's fun, but sometimes you just want to save up a whole butt ton of tokens and buy exactly what you want. So that is my reminder. Number 5 is that Season 2 starts at the same time. So we have all of this content that we're getting, and then all of the Season 2 Destiny content as well. And the Season 2 content is, say it with me, free. It's free. It's free content. Totally free. Crazy. It's free. All right. which is very exciting. All in all, I am incredibly hopeful for the next Destiny DLC. I'm looking forward to a Destiny 2. Curse of Osiris looks really promising. Do we know if they're making any endgame economy changes? No. Do we know what sort of endgame economies they're going to be making? No. But, and I know if that's all you care about, you're probably mad at me and you've already turned the video off, and that's cool. That's for you, bud, right there. But if you're curious, if you want to know what sort of things might be happening in the future for Destiny, we need to wait on the live team to say that stuff. But this is what I think is really cool. Even though the framework, or mechanically, endgame might not be where you want it to be, I think that it's really exciting to see that there are big mistakes from vanilla Destiny 1 when it came to how they doled out the endgame, making old content irrelevant every time there was a DLC and things like that, stuff that hurt the player base, because if you didn't buy the DLC, you were fucked and enjoy your no power level. And if you did, you no longer needed to play things like Vault of Glass or Crota or even Taken King after Wrath of the Machine came out. So these are all really good changes. It'll allow you to keep up with the light level. For now, I imagine there might be a big bump, like a title update like they did with Taken King at the beginning of year 2, where you'll need to buy it to progress. But for now, everything remains relevant, which is a great change. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe. I know it's been a minute. And if you haven't already, make sure you check out the Ask Broman section of the YouTube videos and podcast. It's on all the podcast platforms. It's on iTunes. It's on Stitcher. It is on Google Play, hopefully. It's just, we're like, Google Play is just taking forever. It is on SoundCloud. There are links throughout all of the other videos, and I'll probably throw some below here. But if you don't know what it is, Ask Broman is a Q&A podcast that I've been doing live on Twitch. If you are a content creator of any stripe, if you are a small business owner, no matter like what you do, I have a wealth of ridiculous life experience because I've done too much. And you can call in anytime we're doing the show, and you can ask your questions, and we will sit down and we will find a solution for you. So I would really appreciate if you guys want to check that shit out. You could even go there. You fucking 1 star, listen to it 1 star. Tell me you fucking hate my face. I don't give a shit. I just want you to, I want to be a better part of your life. I want to help you improve as a person. And try and make your life better. It's one of the things that I really, really actually give a shit about. More than anything else, the core thing that I care about in my life, or the thing I want to accomplish, is helping other people. So that's what we're doing right now. Thanks for watching, guys. I love you, and I'll catch you next time. Peace and peace.